Now to the state of the housing market here in Utah, and frankly, we could talk about that all day, couldn't we? Well, a new website will track the governor's new goal to create more affordable housing. His goal, if you'll recall, is to build 35,000 starter homes over the next 4 years, a big goal. But Realtors and the governor's housing advisors say there is a long way to go.
So far in the last year, we've built about 4,600 starter homes that would qualify under that definition for now. So there's a long way to go, but I think, we're definitely on the right track for the time being.
The Salt Lake Board of Realtors says with high interest rates, many people are priced out of the housing market, and existing supply is still recovering.
Prices are up. We'll probably have slight modest growth this year just because we're hitting that affordability ceiling. So, for like a single family home in Salt Lake County, it's about $618,000. You need about $180,000 to qualify for a mortgage on that. So it's kind of at a standstill. The more affordable products, townhome, condos, they're around that $450,000, $475,000. $100,000 range.
With a median home price at $450,000, Steve Waldrop, the senior advisor to the governor on housing strategy and innovation, says they plan to drive that price down more.
We want to make sure that we're not overly aggressive in those price points, but that we're creating opportunities for affordability. And frankly, $450,000 for a starter home still makes my heart hurt a little bit because it's not really attainable. So our goal really is to drive that price down. If we get that to $350,000, that's where we would like to see it.
Waldrop says only 25% of the state's population can afford to live in a home at a $450,000 price range.
What we're seeing now is that in order to gain home ownership, you're going to have two working partners contributing both to that. It makes it really difficult for single parents who are raising kids to be able to afford to get into home ownership, and those are some of the barriers that we're trying to attack.
And he says the government is stepping in.
This is not going to be solved by government funding. We can't tax and spend our way out of this issue. The only way this works is if the private markets can make sufficient return on their investment to be willing to commit the investment to build these homes.
Okay, so it's up to the builders and the developers really to get that going. Now, the website that will track the governor's housing goal will be launched in the next few weeks, and we will keep you updated as we watch that right along with you.